This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network. I'm Tim Daniel. I'm a lifelong Reds fan. I've been podcasting about the team for 5 years at publications such as Late Night Reds and the Riverfront, and I would love to spend some time with you guys today and talk about better things than losing to the Colorado Rockies. But hey, here's where we are. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me tonight, whether it's the vent or talk about, I don't know, Chase Burns being cool. That was fun, at least. We're going to get to all that, obviously. If you're just checking me out for the first time, welcome. I'm so sorry you had to be here for a game like this, but I am here after each and every Reds game. I'm here on YouTube, and you can follow along here, or on your podcast app of choice, where you can only get my show after each and every game. You can get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Gametime. New users can use you get $20 off their first purchase using the code LOCKEDONMLB. On tonight's show, we're going to start good, and we're going to get bad, and then I'm going to complain, right? You guys know how this goes on bad days, right? Just like Patrick says. Exactly. It's good to see you, Jake. I'm going to talk about Chase Burns because I thought he was great tonight, and the fact that he had this game happen to him against that team sucks because he was way too good to be going through that. Talk about Austin Hayes and how he was pointless. He was absolutely pointless tonight. Let's call it what it is. And I'm gonna get into the Tony Santillan thing. Not bashing Tony Santillan, not saying he's a bad player, not even really too mad at him for this whole thing, this whole wild pitch he had tonight that cost him the game, but just used too much. And we're gonna get into that. Okay, I don't want to bury the lead. And of course, I'll hear from you guys because it seems like you guys already have a lot of opinions. So you guys are gonna make me feel better tonight. Let's just get to it.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Hey, so tonight sucked to be a Reds fan, right? It absolutely sucked. But Chase Burns did not suck. And if there's any plus from this game besides, Noelvi Marte hitting a home run, there's that. There's that Chase Burns didn't suck. But the team sucked, most importantly. So Chase Burns tonight has an awesome game, right? I mean, it gives up the home run to Ryan McMahon. You suspect that from a young guy. And McMahon's actually, shockingly, even though he plays for the Rockies, a good player. Oh, gosh, we're doing this again? There we go. All right. I was just trying to turn this down so it didn't overheat on me to have that happen. But this was a game that, you know what? He set them up with a chance to win. Oh my God. Did Tim say once again the starting pitcher set up the team with a chance to win? How many times have I said that this season? What are we on, game 94? And I think I've probably said that about 76 times. Here or there. Guessing. But Burns was awesome. Like I said, the homer, I can live with it. Didn't love the 3 walks considering how they came, but I'm not mad at him for it. But because I thought he pitched really well overall. And what he gave them tonight is a guy that should win baseball games. And it's a guy that you feel really good about in the future for your team, right? He's living up to the hype. And I know he's got a 6.19 ERA, but that's one horrendous start, 2 really good starts, counting this one in this first start, and then an okay start against Philly. That's where he should be. And that's where, you suspect a young pitcher with that much talent who just flew through the minor leagues. So I thought he was great. And the way he located his fastball and the slider was great. Ryan McMahon just had a hell of a swing. Yeah, Johnny, this is the best way to put it. Johnny, I've been meaning to ask you, what kind of media do you do? Because I feel like we should chat about that at some point. But just kind of just seeing he has this game and the Reds do nothing for him. And he's probably this is what my career is going to be. Awesome. Because 0 for 11 tonight with runners in scoring position, guys. 0 for 11. 11 left on base. They lost by a run. You couldn't call it 2 hits. 2 more hits, you win this game. And look, one of those 0 for 11s is TJ Friedel's RBI up the middle. Take that. Ties the game up. You feel good. Feel like a rally's coming. Can't do anything with it. Typical. Oh boy, I cannot wait to talk about that ninth inning with you guys. But that doesn't affect Tace Burns because he has been outstanding. I just got a text from good buddy Billy DeVore, and he said, "Bro, the Rockies." So hopefully check out Billy this week on the new Nasty Boys. But Chase Burns, you did your job. You completely, once again, I'll say, earned the right to win a game, and you didn't. Chase Burns has pitched in what, 4 games now? They're 2-2 in his starts. Do I have that right? Yeah, they're 2-2 in his starts. I didn't make sure I didn't say the wrong thing there. But tonight's a game that he gave them every chance possible to win. I mean, he literally was like, "All right, dudes, take care of business." And look, I'm the first person to tip my hat to the opponent. Give Marquez credit. Like, for how bad he's been this year, he was really good tonight. And you can't take that away from him. I mean, obviously, 6 innings pitched, a 1 earned run and 8 strikeouts. The Marte homer was great, but just an irritating day to be a Reds fan. And I didn't walk into this, I didn't think they were going to sweep. Don't get me, they probably should, because it's really hard to beat a team 3 times. Yeah, Ali really was. It was really impressive. But I suspected they would look better than they did tonight. Yeah, you can take a 1-run loss. You can deal with that. What I can't deal with is how bad they looked in a 1-run loss. And that's where I'm frustrated. But the next segment is for frustration, folks, because we're going to talk about Austin Hayes. And I don't know, being the Rockies player of the game tonight, Austin Hayes. So let's get to that and more right after this. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is a reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for the trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Have you ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family? Maybe it's game day, you're down on the banks, you're thinking, I'm at Condado, I'm going to have a couple margaritas, I'm going to have a good time, and I'm going to think, I'm going to go watch Chase Burns beat the Rockies. That's not what happened, but Gametime still came through in the clutch for you. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, lots of drinks after a night like that, merch, or even a bigger group to come with you. Gametime makes it possible. Gametime makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get the first pitch, and they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worry out of buying. Sunday, Stephen Offenbaker and I are heading to the game because Steve's in town. He was at the game tonight. We're going to use Gametime. Grab our tickets, go hang out at the Bowtie Bar. If you're there, come say hi to us. We'd love to see you and say, I also use Gametime tonight, because the guesswork out of buying tickets is taken away with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use Locked On MLB for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDON MLB for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Want to shout out our everydayers here on the Postcast for spending some time with us here on this Friday night, where that wasn't fun at all to be a Reds fan. But thank you for still being here and hanging out with us. If you're just checking me out for the first time, welcome. I'm so happy you're here, even on a night like this. Please be sure to come back every so often, or every game if you want to hang out with us. You can not only get my show after each and every game here on YouTube, you get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. If you can't follow us along on YouTube, you can also check us out on your podcast app of choice. Where did the Reds officially lose this game?
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
How about on a wild pitch, a slider that went to the moon by Tony Santillan? What was he throwing there? Tyler Stevenson has been really good at blocking pitches, It's hard to block a pitch when it's 90 miles an hour going the other way, and you are. Why do we do this to ourselves, people? Why do we do this to ourselves? Austin Hayes stunk tonight, guys. Is that enough of like a lead to say that Austin Hayes was terrible tonight? Like, how else should I say that Austin Hayes was atrocious? Let me get out the book here to see if we can just find more different ways to say this. Crap, stunk, had a hole in his bat. I don't know. You name it, we can say it. This is how bad it was. The Rockies legit dared him to beat them tonight. They said, no, Elly De La Cruz is not going to beat us. They intentionally walked Elly 3 times tonight to say, we want that guy. And they picked on him. Like 4 strikeouts. That's bad enough. Then the ground to a double play. He was yowza, guys. I mean, he looked like he should have been playing for the Rockies. He contributed more to their win than any Colorado Rockies did tonight. I mean, do you think the Rockies will thank Mickey Moniak for the win tonight or Austin Hayes? I don't know, but the fact that they were just like, look, they walked Elly. Elly had 4 walks tonight, 3 intentional. And he couldn't do anything. Like, I get it. Guys have bad days. And I understand he's a guy who's still coming back from injury. But they can't go much longer with him playing like this. He's got to find it soon. And I get it. It's hard to come back from injury. Get your timing right. He didn't have I don't think he had much of a rehab outing, if at all, on this one. He's been on the IL 3 times this year. I will not take anything away from all of those things. But you were brought here to hit. You were brought here to protect Elly De La Cruz in the order. You were brought here that when team says, I don't want Elly to beat me, you're the guy that beats them. And you didn't do it tonight. You did the polar opposite. You won the game for them. You beat your team is what you did tonight. And Austin Hayes is just the third of bad guys in the 9th inning tonight. Because what was that? Like I said, I'm always for giving guys credit. Victor Vodnik, who I just heard of tonight. I mean, let's be honest. I watch a lot of baseball. Not really spend a lot of time watching the Rockies. Victor Vodnik tonight struck out the side, including the walk to Elly. I guess it's not necessarily. And every strike was non-competitive. There's been, I think Johnny said it, and a couple other people said it in the chat tonight. Otherwise I display it, but the chat's been really active, which I always appreciate, by the way. You guys rule. You guys are the best thing about being Reds fans, is talking with you guys every night. So, Friedel, what are you swinging at there? I don't understand how. We were just talking about this guy a couple weeks ago potentially being an all-star and carrying the team. We're a long way from that. Matt McLean, who we all know what his season's been. That ball is so far away from you and you still went after it. Like, if you get caught looking on that, I can live with that, because that pitch was awful. And then they did intentionally walk Elly, and then Austin Hayes, same thing, man. Like, and I'm sure part of it is probably like in his head, he's probably pissed. Like, I'd be pissed. I mean, and I'm sitting here in my basement talking about baseball, like major leaguers. Like, I know what I'm talking about. Let's be honest here, guys. But what he did tonight sucked. It absolutely sucked. I'm going to complain about one other thing real quick. You guys mind? Do you guys, just get it all off our chests, right? This is the place where we let it all out. I get it. He had the double to start the 9th inning. So no, he didn't check out the side. What am I saying, guys? Am I smart? I don't think I'm very smart. I hate this whole Noelvi Marte taking him out and bringing in Espinal thing at the end of the games. Absolutely hate it. I get the defensive play. I get the defensive replacement thing. I understand that. How many times have they relied on Espinal to have to get a hit in that circumstance in a game now? Like, we got to figure that out. That cannot be what we're doing here. And I don't have an issue with Santiago Espinal being on the team. I say this every time I talk about him, with a giant but. He should not be taking at bats away from Noelvi Marte. I get Marte probably isn't the most exciting hitter right now, but dude, Is he giving you a better chance to win the game, or is Santiago Espinal? You're down 3-2 there. Is he giving you a better chance to tie the game? He's also homered tonight, by the way. Or is it Espinal? And I get it. Like I said, you guys are all right. He battled tonight. He had a great at-bat. He had the double. I have no issues with the fact that he played well tonight. That doesn't mean it's the right move. We have to be sure. If Noelvi Marte is your third baseman of the future, he's batting in that situation. Case closed. Case closed. I guess I'm still angry, and I'm sorry that you guys have to see me on a night like this. So I'm going to talk about Tony Santillan, and I'm going to talk about something that I'm not really saying is his fault. But first, let's talk about Chase Burns one more time being our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Is it anyone else? I mean, I guess you could say Elliot because people are afraid of him, which I like that. Johnny, yes, thank you. Okay. Johnny brought this up. I didn't like him. Yeah, I didn't either. I don't like him pitching in any situation where it's a close game. So I put this out on the old X, which you can follow me at TimDaniel518 if you want. Don't blame me if you don't want to. That I don't think any of us dislike Tony Santillan, right? I think we all think genuinely he's decent. Like he certainly deserves to be in a major league bullpen. I had no problems with that. And I know tonight is not a good night, right? He had to hit the wild pitch that gave up the game and led to them losing the game. You know what? That sucks. But it happens. They got to upgrade that spot, man. Like, Tony Santillan cannot be a guy who's in the top 4 in the major leagues in appearances. And Scott Barlow, too, but like, I also think probably pitches more than he should as well. But this is not a Santillan Scott Barlow problem. This is a Cincinnati Reds problem. This is a Nick Krall problem. This is I'm going to really call it a Tito problem, because what else is Tito going to do? This is also why I hate closers, because, man, wouldn't Emilio Pagoda have made sense in that situation that Santillan pitched in tonight, or that situation Lyon Richardson pitched in tonight? And yeah, Johnny, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like I said, I'm not mad at Tony Santillan. I'm not pissed at Tony Santillan. You know, that the fall of the flex off him that Ellie has to field, that happens. That's crazy. But he cannot be, he's not that guy. He's not nails. He's not lights out. Like, his Savant page shows that he's actually genuinely pretty darn lucky most times he's appeared with what he's giving up. He's got a great fastball. He's got a really good slider. But other than that, I don't know, man. I'm not saying anything about his repertoire by any means, but they gotta upgrade that spot. And we talked about getting a power hitter. I agree. You know, sure. Hey guys, SC Highfield's here. He wasn't here the last 2 days they won, but tonight popped up. Shocking. I know. Shocking. Come here when they win, man. Have a good time with us on the good nights. Like, why are you always here on the bad nights? Come have some fun with us when they win. It's a good time. We're all happy. Tonight we're not happy. West Coast Rob's here. I like West Coast Rob. But tonight sucked. No other way around it. And yes, like Johnny said earlier, why is Lyon Richardson pitching in the 9th inning? What purpose? This is why closers are stupid. This is why closers are so stupid. This is why I say this all the time, and everyone says I'm crazy. But you couldn't use Emilio Pagan there because they were down 1-1 in the 9th? That doesn't make any sense. If he's your best guy available, pitch him to give him a chance to win the game. Okay. Oh, AJ, just had to bring Joey back. That sounds better than watching baseball, man. What are you doing? You know? All right, guys. So with that being said, let's hope for a better day tomorrow, right? The Colorado Rockies lose tonight. Beat the Cincinnati Reds tonight, 3-2. The Rockies have 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. The Reds have 2 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher tonight is Jake Bird. He is now 3-1. Tony Santillan is your losing pitcher. He is now 1-3. And Victor Vodnik got his 2nd save of the year. I mean, the Rockies only have like 22 wins, so of course they probably don't have too many of those. The Redlegs are back at it tomorrow at 4:10 in the afternoon as Brady Singer takes the hill. He's 7-7 with a 4.32 ERA. He'll be going against Bradley Blaylock, who is 0-2 with a 12.94 earned run average. First pitch is at 4:10, so I'll be in here hopefully about that 6:37-ish mark, hopefully, talking about a fun game, one that's not like tonight. Thank you all so much for listening to me vent for 20 minutes about a bad baseball game. I always appreciate having you guys around. I'm Tim Daniel. Have a good one. I will see you all soon. Go Reds.